All right, I'm not sure where this is going to go wind up, but dogs in general. Use dogs now. They're pretty much given everything in life for free. They don't have to do anything. They wake up, they get taken out for a walk, get like let out in the backyard. But the food is there. They don't have to do anything. Morning, noon, and night. They know they're going to get fed. They know they're going to get taken out, and they really don't have to do anything for it. So if you think about it, we go to work, slave, go to work, come back home, and we slave to a dog. We don't give them a job. I think a lot of dogs need jobs. So back to trying to get on a track here. Boundaries. I like to teach boundaries. We bring these dogs into our life. These are domestic. These are animals. They're animals, and unless we can communicate in a way that they can understand, we're going to have a hard time. That's why I think a lot of the shelters are filled now. A lot of people, they had good intentions. They want to come over and do the pure positive training, which I do a lot of. You do a lot of food-based things, treats. Not so much treat, but usually food. But yes, I reward the dog. I prompt the dog. I lure the dogs in the beginning. I want it to be a positive association. I don't want to just sit there and start telling the dog what to do. I want to show the dog what to do. Showing the dog what to do, going right back into the leash management. Anytime I have a dog on a leash, I have the dog on a leash. If the dog is one to jump around, he wants to, just putting a leash on a dog and standing still and communicating with the dog, no, we're not going anywhere. Every time you get up and go somewhere, I'm going to give you information to tell you no. If you can't, even in the confines of your own room, if you can't get that message across to the dog, you might need to get some help for someone to show you what you're missing. But it takes me literally a few minutes. I don't have to say anything to the dog. I don't have to call the dog's name. And I can convey to the dog, do not pull on the leash. It's called pressure on, pressure off, we trainers call it. So with that in mind, leash manners. If you can't get the dog to not pull you in your own house, in your own yard, in your front yard, you're going to have a hard time to do that outside in the real world where there's, real world distractions, other dogs, things running by, skateboards, things like that. Again, I want to talk about how dogs learn. Just like people. Some people learn by visual, some people, learn by reading. Dogs they're a little bit different. Dogs, they are never going to read. But dogs can read body language. So when people start using body language incorporating body language with the tried and true methods of, the training of years past, that's where you're going to find leaps and bounds in your training and in your and the relationship you have with your dog. Because if you bring this dog into your world and you're having trouble communicating with the dog, all of a sudden here comes this guy. Yeah, I don't know the dog's name. Don't have to say the dog's name. What do you think happens when I can take that dog within 5 minutes and do little things with my fingers? Not correcting dog. I want to lead the dog, and I show them in a way that makes sense. It takes me 5 minutes to get a dog to follow me along. I'm just have the leash draped over my finger. Why? I'm giving the dog information that makes sense that they can use. I'm not using a lot of words because they're not verbal creatures. They don't. How long is it going to take me to teach you a new language? It's going to take a long time. How long will it take to teach a dog a language that, there's no words, there's no syllables, there's no grammar involved. Hey, it's simple, clear cut. They all know these codes, these common signals. They communicate without words. When you start to do that, when you start to understand that, then you can start to, get away from the mainstream mentality of dogs. Sit for a cookie, come for a cookie, down for a cookie. You want to work on the dog's state of mind. So you need to know a little bit more about dogs, where they're coming from, how they learn, what they learn, and what makes them feel comfortable, what makes them feel uneasy. And then you have to learn how to be the dog's advocate. If you can't be the dog's advocate, chances are the dog is never really going to feel safe with you and always going to be on guard. So let me see what this looks like. Maybe I'll do another one.